Adonenu, Mureno, ורבינו, מלך המשיח לעולם ועד. Welcome to the summary of the weekly Dvar Malchus, the sicha from Acharei-K'doshim, Iyar Rebbe Moshiach Shlit starts off that we're lately speaking about the Geula, and we're waiting and hoping every day shall come. Like it says in Halacha, someone makes a promise that he'll become a Nazir. The day the Mashiach comes, he is Nazir that day. That means, according to Halacha, today is the day Mashiach's coming. And Mashiach's coming, take it from Ad Namash. And the Rebbe Moshiach Shlit is saying, we're speaking about the job of every single Jew. Everyone has to do to bring the Geula. So let's explain what the Geula is about. And that way we can understand what is our job to bring the Geula. What's the idea of the Geula? And the name of every single thing, you can see what it's about. Look at the name Geula, we see something interesting. Geula, the same letters as Geula, which means exile, Galus, just with an additional aleph. And seemingly, the redemption and exile are two opposites. How could it be that the redemption and exile are the same word, with a difference of a letter of aleph? So the Rebbe Moshiach Shlit explains that yes, what is the accomplishment, the uniqueness of the redemption? Everything that was in exile stays. All the good things they were staying. Just what? They are the enslavement. The exile part of it is removed and it is redeemed. Everything will stay. Like the Rambam writes, someone shouldn't think in times of Mashiach the world will change. Yeah, the world will continue going. Just what? The exilement, the concealment over godliness, over Hashem, over the Aleph, over the Master of the world will be removed. And that's the idea of redemption. Redemption is a revelation, Geula is a Gilui of the Aleph. And therefore, to reveal everything in the world how it's adding in Hashem's honor. Therefore, the word redemption, Geula, is made up of the word Geula. However, the Rebbe Mashiach asks, nevertheless, even though the exile includes, even though the redemption includes exile, includes the Geula, however, seemingly there are many stages of Mashiach comes. At that time, the world will change. We know there will be the resurrection of the dead. And so how does the idea of the resurrection of the dead and the completion of the redemption and emphasizing the word Geula? So the Rebbe Moshiach Shlit brings this week's Pirkei Avos that it says, "Yistakel b'shleisha dvarim." Look in three things. Ask the Rebbe Moshiach Shlit, why is it important that I should know those three things? Later on, the Mishnah lists what those three things are. I know myself there are three. Why is the Mishnah telling me look at three things? So what's the idea of three? Three, a person knows is a Jew is himself as Hashem. I could serve Hashem, but I could forget about the world. Tells the Mishnah, no. You have to know those three things. It's also a world. And the world is the completion of the two. Hashem had a taiva, had a desire we should make a house for himself in this world. It means Hashem's completion is this world, so to speak. The neshama is so holy, and Hashem nevertheless sends it down here. Why did Hashem do such a thing? Because the completion of the neshama is when He makes the redemption over here. And therefore, Geula, the whole accomplishment, the whole uniqueness, the whole point of the redemption is to uplift the exile. It's not just a detail that will also be. The whole idea is the accomplishment, the revelation of Hashem in this world. So, in short, first of all, redemption, the Geula, includes the Geula, and also through the Geula, through our Avodah and Galus, bring the Aleph, the Geula. Rebbe Mashiach Shlit says this idea is also connected to now we're studying in Sfiras Eimer, like we say in the blessing, we're finding the seven emotions of a person, of himself, of his nafesh bahamis, and the seven emotions of the world. Well, how do you refine them? Through revealing Hashem, the Aleph, the inside of them. And especially that the sphere of now is Malchus Shabbat Netzach. Malchus is the day of Mashiach, and Netzach is victory, and the victory of Mashiach, or the redemption. And it's also connected to this week's Parsha. This week's Parsha speaks about the Kohen Gadol when he would go inside the Parshas Acharei-K'doshim. The Kodesh, the Holy of Holies, it's a very holy place. However, it's in this physical world. That shows that the holy level permits this world. And this idea is not only by the high priest, but the Kohen Gadol, but every single Kohen is alive in this world. Nevertheless, he has to be holy. And the holiness of the Kohen Gadol has to be expressed in physical, nice clothes. Therefore, also the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, has to be rich. What's the difference if he's rich? Well, the whole purpose is that the holiness shouldn't just be in a spiritual level, but also on a physical level, he has to be rich. And the Rebbe Moshiach Shlit says, what is the lesson for us from this Parsha of the week? And we know every single Jew is like Mamlechas Kohanim, or everyone's like Kohen Gadol, like Rambam writes, every single person that decides to give himself over to Hashem could do so. And just like every single Kohen can go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim whenever he wants to, so every single Jew is able to go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim whenever he wants to. Like we see the story of Yoash. Yoash was a danger, and they wanted to kill him, and him and his nurse were in the Kodesh HaKadoshim for 6 years, and he ate and he drank and he did everything he did over there in the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Why? Because in truth, the place of every single Jew is Kodesh HaKadoshim, and we see this also in the second parsha. We just speak Kadoshim to you, that you should be holy, just like Ki Kadoshani, because I'm holy. Explain to Chassidus that yes, every single Jew has the power to be holy in the holiness of Hashem. And this is connected to the yard site of the 13th of Iyar, which was the brother of the Rebbe Moshiach Shlit, which his name was Yisrael Aryeh Leib. And what's the thing about Yisrael? Yisrael, it's his personal name, also named of everybody. There are two explanations in Yisrael. Yisrael can mean Rosh Teva stands for Yesh, Shishim, Riboy, Oyser to Torah. There are 600,000 letters to the Torah. Every soul is corresponding to one letter. And also Yisrael is Sarisa Malikim, you fight over the world, fight higher than the world. What's the connection between the two? A Jew has to know that he has a letter in Torah. He is higher than the world. He has to do everything kind of according to Torah. On the other hand, he has to be Sarisa Malikim, has to will fight over the world. And Batuchal, the world itself should become part of him. And then the world should be included inside of him. And also, through this, he uses out the world for Kedusha. Batuchal will get additional power. And this idea is emphasized also in the second names. Aryeh Leib. Aryeh is lion in Lashon HaKodesh, and Leib is lion in Yiddish. That shows that even in things that are not Lashon HaKodesh, even things that are Yiddish, that's not our language of Lashon HaKodesh, also over there using out to serve Hashem. And this idea of all these ideas from Yisrael Aryeh Leib that have to do with revealing Hashem in this world is also emphasized in the day that he passed away, is the 13th of Iyar, with 13 is Gematria of Echad, oneness of Hashem. Rebbe Malchus Shlit says, now we can learn what's our avodah now. What do we have to do now to bring the Geula? Now we're by the edge of Galus, and here is already coming the Geula. Those could ask that, why are we singing at the Geula? What's going to happen to everything I worked for, and all the buildings that I built, and all my connections I had from the world? Why are you singing at the Geula? So that Rebbe Malchus Shlit to tell them, they have to word. The Geula is not coming to cancel anything that you did during Galus. Rather, Geula is going to redeem them. They're going to stay. And also those that say, we're being the Geula, so let's forget about the world, let's forget about anything that there is. No. The whole point of the Geula is to uplift the world with it. That we should use our things and make nice things, and to use them out to serve Hashem. And also to add in spreading Chassidus and spreading Torah, and also to reveal about Hashem in the world, to Shev Mitzvah B'nei, also to the nations of the world. And because the whole point of the Geula is to uplift the world, so the world itself is actually helping the reading to bring the Geula. And our time, we see it much more. In previous generations, most countries didn't let the Jewish people keep their mitzvahs. However, in our generation, we see that the Yidden are helping them. Until Russia, which was communist and completely did not let keeping up their mitzvahs, now helping them go to Eretz Israel, which is a preparation for the Geula. Not only that, we see it that not only the nations of the world are helping the Jewish people, they themselves doing good things. We see that in last time, America sent planes, sent the army to go help people and help them from cold, and help them from sicknesses, and help them. And even though this country, the help does not help America in any way, nevertheless, America decided we have to do chesed and tzedakah and go help this country. Also, you know that the president asked that he should be known as the education president, and which is based off the acknowledgement that Hashem is the creator of the world and behavior in the world. And also every single day there's a Shechah Pratis. Everyone has their own day-to-day life to see how Hashem is doing things, and the purpose of realizing what Hashem is doing is to reveal the Aleph, reveal Hashem in this world. And what's the maskana from all this we said before? How does the Geula come? Through revealing the Aleph, Hashem, in the Geula, in the world. And we're seeing in what's happening in the world, how the world is helping for us. And what does it mean? We have to add in learning Torah about Mashiach and about Geula. And learn Torah Shabbat, learn Gemara about Mashiach, learn Midrashim about Mashiach. And you have to add in more and more, like coming out from Pesach Sheni, which Nitaf and Kain for Falin, have to always add in more and more. And the main thing is should be fixed all the thing, and everything that's concealed should be revealed. And try to have the base of Mingash Shlishi, Geula Mitzvah Shlema, and all Yidden with their men and the young and old, our sons and our daughters, will all announce together, Yechia Adonenu, Meirenu V'Rabbeinu, Melech HaMashiach L'Eilam V'Od.